What is going on YouTube? My name is CJ or Coastal, whichever one you choose to call me, and today we are back again with another video for Fallout TV show, right? Okay, yes, you already know what's up. Here we go. We got the notepad back out. Yes, so these are a few things that I feel like you may have missed. I want to say I have like seven. I want to say I have like 7 things that you might have missed in this episode. There were plenty of things, like little Easter eggs and stuff, but these are some of the ones that I thought were very important that I thought I'd break down for you guys. But before we get into that, please, of course, these videos do take quite a while to make. So if you enjoy this type of content, please, of course, hit the like, comment, and hit that subscribe button for me. And other than that, let's get into the video right now. Okay, and here we are. Yes, another episode, season 2, episode 5 of the Fallout TV show. This one is titled The Wrangler. Yes. What is the first thing we have? We have Freeside. We get to see Freeside for the first time. So last episode we saw the Strip. This episode we get to see Freeside, and we get to understand a little bit more about what is going on in the Strip. And we obviously saw Deathclaws. We saw Deathclaws there, and it was a little crazy. We were like, why are we seeing Deathclaws in the Strip right now? What is going on with that? But we actually get some intel behind what is going on whenever Cooper Howard goes into the bar. The bartender starts telling Cooper Howard all of these cool things that he straight up does not want to hear. The Deathclaws came from Quarry Junction. Yes, so we know about Quarry Junction. It is a way to get to the Strip, get to New Vegas, once you spawn in at Goodsprings. So you can go through there, and obviously it is inhabited. It is swarmed by Deathclaws. It is hundreds of thousands of millions of Deathclaws there. Some are blind, some are babies, some are mothers, some are alpha, mega, whatever Deathclaws. These guys are not friendly whatsoever. No matter what you do, they want to absolutely rip your face off. So we get some intel behind Quarry Junction. So I thought that was really cool that they added Quarry Junction in from Fallout New Vegas. We all know about how insane that area is. And leaving Quarry Junction and going down the train yard when you go through Sloan, it is not a very fun trip, especially if it's not a fun trip, even if you have everything ready to go. Truth be told, you are getting smacked up by these things, and it is definitely what, a 1-2 shot, and then like that's it. So yeah, Quarry Junction. I was really excited to hear about that. It was really good to know like where did these Deathclaws come from. It makes sense. They came from Quarry Junction. So next we have the Congresswoman getting thrown down the stairs whenever Barb and Cooper Howard go to Mr. House's Lucky 38. We get to see Galaxy News, and I feel like this is something that is a talking point that I need to just bring up because I was really excited to see this, and especially now that I'm doing this YouTube thing, I feel like this will be a great time to talk about Galaxy News. So Fallout 3's Galaxy News, it was Galaxy News Radio, and it was ran by the host of 3 Dog. But before we get to talking about Galaxy News, let's talk about what the Congresswoman says. So we get this snippet of Galaxy News as like a televised broadcast. And it talks about the members from Big MT coming down, Mr. House coming down, Vault Tech were all coming down, and they were all going to meet at the Lucky 38, and they were going to discuss things. But the Congresswoman is on the stairs, and she is talking about how it is her right to know things. And then whenever she's thrown down, she says something about fighting the good fight. And this brings in Fallout 3. This is another Fallout 3 reference going back to what I was just saying about Galaxy News Radio, because 3 Dog, the host of Galaxy News Radio, that was his name, yes, for the people that didn't play Fallout 3, 3 Dog was his name, and he would every single time before you got to the next song on the radio station would say, continue fighting the good fight. And I think this is our first time hearing fighting the good fight in the show. So I feel like this is definitely like a little Easter egg that maybe a lot of people caught, maybe they didn't, especially if you did not play Fallout 3. A lot of people have come into my comment section saying they did not play Fallout 3, nor did they play New Vegas. They started off on like Fallout 4 or Fallout 76, but they're really interested in the show. So this one right here, when I heard her say it, I said, yo, I got to write that down, bro. Like I got to write that down. I'm like that SpongeBob meme where he's like, write that down. That was me. Yeah. So fighting the good fight. I thought that this was really cool. Obviously, fighting the good fight. It comes from talking about everyday people standing up to oppression from the U.S. government or the Enclave, as we will actually speak about the Enclave in this a little bit more in just a little while. But yeah, so regardless, I thought that this was really cool, and the Congresswoman is pretty much talking about that in this scene. It makes so much sense whenever she says it. It really just fit, you know, the Fallout 3's theme really well, and I thought that it was added very good. The next one I can't say the first word because YouTube actually hates me, so I'm trying not to curse as much anymore in my YouTube videos if you guys have not noticed. But the next one is Fisto is back. Yeah, man. Jeez. We got Fisto back. I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't really know what Fisto stands for. I'm pretty sure I can look it up right now. If you played through Fallout, you know what it stands for. I have videos playing right now, so you actually get to see Fisto and what you know each letter of the acronym stands for. Fisto is back. So Fisto actually comes from it's a quest that you can do for the Garretts at the Wrangler, actually, to have him be a robot for human pleasure. Yeah, so he is a robot for human pleasure. As you see, the chicken guy, he is actually sitting there hanging out with Fisto. Things have happened with the chicken guy with other objects. I don't want to get demonetized talking about this, but regardless, Fisto is back. If you know, you know. Fisto is a robot and he does things with people on command. Yeah, he's back hanging out with Chicken Dude. I figured we were going to see him at some point. I don't know if we saw him in the trailer at some point, but I'm pretty sure I definitely called Fisto was going to make a return. He is definitely returning and back and bigger than ever, man. Good old Fisto. Yeah, assume the position. Anyway, we are moving on. This one is very, very good to me. Mr. House believes the Enclave dropped the bombs. So, I have a statement about this solely because I have heard other Fallout YouTubers talking about this, saying that they think that Mr. House dropped the bombs. I do not think Mr. House dropped the bombs. The reason why is because Mr. House openly says to Cooper Howard that he's got all of this math and stuff planned out, and you know, math and science, all this stuff planned out, but something has shifted and there is another player at the table. So the reason I am going to go into my theory that the Enclave actually dropped the bomb actually goes all the way back to season 1, episode 1. There is a moment where the news broadcaster is talking to the people off camera that we cannot see, and he says that the president is still missing and they don't know the president's whereabouts. So shortly after this, the bombs fall. So the reason that I am believing that the Enclave dropped the bombs is because, as you can see in some of the footage that I am showing you right now, is that the Enclave actually do have weapons of mass destruction. They have plans. They clearly are, you know, doing experiments with not only animals, Deathclaws, ghouls, humans. They are doing it with weapons. All of these things that they have are being utilized as weapons, including this ICBM that you see right here on your screen, or maybe it's already passed, but you saw it. I definitely tried to make sure I got some close-ups on it, that these guys dropped the bomb. So you're probably saying, CJ, what is the Enclave? The Enclave is pretty much the United States government. So you have the pre-war government and the Enclave, from my understanding, and I could be wrong, somebody in the comments probably gonna cook me, but it seems to be that the Enclave is pretty much the pre-war government post-war. And they are very imperialistic, very we own everything, we take over, you submit, we do what we want. They're the bad guys essentially in Fallout. So we've seen the Enclave appear in a lot of Fallout titles. Ones that I can think of: Fallout 3. We've gotten Arcade from Fallout 4. I mean, Fallout 4, Fallout New Vegas. Fallout 4, I really couldn't really play Fallout 4, so I can't really tell you how the Enclave fits into Fallout 4. I'm sure they're there in some capacity. We got them in the TV show. We did see the Enclave defector of Ziggy Wilzik in Season 1. So, yeah, we get a lot of mention of the Enclave, and then going into the Season 2, Episode 5, we get another mention without mentioning from Mr. House. And I thought that this was really, really interesting because he kind of just drops it out of left field. And especially considering that Cooper Howard was a soldier, so he worked for said government. It's kind of like they're both trying to put the pieces together about who is the other player at the table. And I strongly believe that the other player at the table is the Enclave, and they are the ones that dropped the bomb, solely because, yet again, going all the way back, the president is missing and they don't know where he is, and so yeah, it would make sense, because why would no one know where the president's whereabouts are, and then all of a sudden the bombs drop? Because the president is actually the president of the future of the Enclave. That's what I believe. Yeah, so moving on. This one was a pretty funny one. I actually enjoyed this. Lucy gets negative karma and it turns into a gunfight. This makes sense. This is very on par for Lucy right about now. Lucy is out here slaying ghouls. She killed the kings. And in the beginning of this season, you know, we see Lucy still showing restraint. Instead of killing people, she is still injuring people. But this time, she actually kills a man just right in front of us. You know, she does what she has to do. The guy reached for a weapon, but she was stealing. She was also stealing. So these Kims are really on Lucy, man. They are just tearing Lucy up. You know, she out here, you know, getting negative karma. You know, she's out here stealing. She's out here shooting the kings. You know, she's shooting the shop owners. I'm like, dang, Lucy, man, like, slow it down a little bit. You know what I mean? Like, one problem at a time. But yeah, Lucy gets bad karma. And it turns into a gunfight. The guy reaches for a gun because she is stealing, and, you know, she's, you know, not minding her business. and she ends up having to use lethal force on him. And, you know, Lucy, I just don't recognize you anymore. I gotta say it. I gotta say it. The next one, we got two more. So this one, good old Norm. Let's talk about Norm for a minute. Norm and Claudia, everybody on Twitter has been going crazy about these two. Yeah, Norm and Claudia, they're doing a thing. You know, they're hanging out. You know, they're both in vault suits and Future Enterprise Ventures. So he asks Claudia, what does she know about it? And she says, I only worked here for a week and then I went into cryostasis, right? So he's like, okay, cool. Who would know about this? And she says, well, Barb would know. Mrs. Howard, Cooper Howard's wife, Barb would have some sort of idea about what is the Future Enterprise Ventures. And he types in on her terminal, Future Enterprise Ventures, and nothing pops up. Wait, that's a lie. Something does. What pops up? FEV. FEV pops up. And he says, FEV? And then more pop up. The screen keeps populating. It's just showing us all kinds of stuff for a second. And then we learn that the real FEV stands for what we all thought it stood for, Forced Evolutionary Virus. So you are questioning yourself, CJ. You are saying letters. You are saying words I do not understand. I didn't play Fallout 3. I don't even know what's going on. What are you saying? Forced evolutionary virus. It is an artificial virus that is created by the government to pretty much alter the genes of human biology, right? So you receive FEV, whether it be an airborne virus or whether it be I want to say injection virus, and it is pretty much how does your body, you know, evolve with this virus inside of you. And that is a horrible thing. As you can see on the screen, we have seen the FEV already. We have seen multiple forms of the FEV right about now. We have seen it, mainly we've seen it in Thaddeus. That is what I am thinking. I still to this second think Thaddeus is a centaur. A lot of people are calling me crazy for this. But yes, we see the chicken guy. He has different forms of the FEV. It seems like things that can heal you, things that can kill you. So many different things are going on with the forced evolutionary virus. And we also seen a super mutant in season 1. We seen the hand of a super mutant. So now it is much more so of what is Norm going to figure out about the FEV and how does that play going with Vault-Tec. So yet again, this actually makes logical sense. It is very canon that Vault-Tec was doing things with the FEV going all the way back to Vault 87 in Fallout 3. I want to say it was Vault 87. Yeah, I could be wrong. But this is also where we get to see all of the FEV experiment, well, a lot of the FEV experiments, because this is the super mutant vault. This one has a bunch of people that were there that were being experimented on with the FEV, and we have so many different test subjects that are either have failed or are straight up just trying to kill you. We have centaurs, we have super mutants, we have failed FEV subjects. We have Fawkes. Let's talk about Fawkes. Fawkes is the greatest follower of all time. I love Fawkes. But yes, so Fawkes was inserted with the FEV, and he didn't lose his humanity, unlike the rest of the super mutants, which I think we're going to get a lot more come season 3 of the show. But yes, FEV, not a fun experiment that Vault-Tec had going on, and it comes to find out that Bud Askins was behind a lot of that, and that is really, really interesting to me. So I spoke a lot about the FEV. And the last one we got, Mr. House is dead. Yes, you heard me say it. I could be wrong, but yet again, a lot of my spoilers come from the ending credits. So the ending credits, we get to actually see Mr. House outside of his cryostasis chamber, where he is. All you see is his hand. His hand is outside, and his cryostasis chamber is open. And the only person that would have been in there is Mr. House. Mr. House is dead. Obviously, yet again, like I spoke about in the last one, we spoke about Camp McCarran. We are yet to really see Camp McCarran in this, besides what we saw at the ending credits. But yes, we saw this one. We did get to see the Gamorra. The top of the Gamorra is all a bunch of people that are deceased, and going across the Gamorra, we get to see the Lucky 38, and that shows us Mr. House. Mr. House is outside of his cryostasis chamber, and he is clearly deceased. Nothing is pumping on the cryostasis chamber. It is just simply docile, and he is not moving in this ending credit. So that is very interesting, because we don't know the timeline of that. How dead is Mr. House? Did the courier kill Mr. House? Who knows? You know what I mean? So, but yeah, we did get to see that, and I was like, dang, when I saw it. So other than that, hey, that is, I think, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 things that you may have missed. We went through these relatively quick. This was a 20-minute video. Not too bad. But hey, if you enjoy this type of content, please, of course, hit the like, comment, and definitely punch that subscribe button. We are on the road to 500 subscribers over here on the More Coastal channel. If you enjoy Call of Duty content, go over to the CJ Coastal channel, and you can go and subscribe over there. I am uploading stuff when Call of Duty gets better. Not doing too much over there on that channel, but I plan to upload more. I promise. But hey, thank you guys so much for being here. Please spread love and kindness throughout your neighborhood, throughout the community, throughout the entire world, and I will see you guys on the next video whenever I make it. Bye bye.